Hey, hi, how are you? What's going on? I'm
Fine.
just kidding. What's going on, ladies and gents? Guys, gals, non-binary pals, non-binary pals. Jesus Christ, I'm tired, as you can tell. Goodness, I don't know how to use words. Then again, I never do anyway. Welcome back to another episode of Insurgency Elementals here on Roll for Trauma. That's where we are. Players, say hi, players.
Hi, Claire.
Hello.
I'm sorry, I'm broken a little bit. Deontay.exe is not responding properly. Yuck, 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 yuck. So, what happened last week, guys?
Shiny became my support animal.
Well, before that, though, Inez did find herself awake on that boat,
With flattering limbs.
under deck, but also talking to like disembodied body parts.
Body limbs.
Then
Yeah,
went
they were
deaf.
just floating.
Um,
Couldn't hear anything, and then the captain handed me a piece of paper. I was like, "What? I'm deaf."
but once Inez finally Inez had a magical girl moment.
Yeah,
To make her way to the bottom of the ocean.
I didn't think it was possible, honestly, but here we are. Then I got
Girls.
scared of everything that just happened in the span of a minute or so. So I was just like, Shiny, I need you right now. I don't care if you're made of stone.
I had stone fur. We made it through the temple. Into the
Elijah
temple.
disappeared.
Elijah, poof,
Yep.
gone forever, never to be seen again.
I'm on top of the ship now.
You are, but we don't know that.
Yes.
We can't.
We
find
know
you.
that.
We've never seen you before.
What
We all tried to stop the chamber in the
a shark too, didn't
temple from filling with water, and Shiny made it a lot worse.
Rome
and then we
tried to
fought a
make
zombie shark.
and Rome
right.
tried to make that shark its little pet, but then we figured out that it has no teeth, so we're like, can't work.
Well, it had
Shit.
teeth. They poisoned me.
Yeah. Finally
Um,
defeated that shark then, thankfully.
Thanks to Violet or Narina having lightning powers.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
shocking.
out of fucking nowhere.
Inez fucking slayed with her fire powers. Shiny used her claws a lot.
Yeah.
That's really what Shiny got stabbed by shark spines.
Rome lassoed a shark and rode it like a fucking bull.
The boss.
We did kill it,
You did.
and that was the end.
That's what you missed last time on Insurgency Elementals. Wah, 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 wah.
On Disney Channel. You're gonna make that joke every single time.
No, you're not.
More than likely, yeah.
Okay.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, let me see if I can do the thing. Okay. So, now that we've gotten past all the formalities, no, I have to make a new one. Okay, one sec. Alright, you guys are incredible. Thank you very much for being incredible. Kudos to you. This is so quiet. I don't like it. I'm the one that's making it
Because you're in
quiet,
charge
but,
and you
like,
weren't talking.
I know. No, you guys are fine. I just meant like in the sense of like
You got the power.
it's just quiet in general. I'm like, oh lord.
It's quiet uptown.
Elijah!
Elijah.
And Piggy, the Dark Destroyer.
And
you-
Leon.
If you know, you know. Okay. Are you guys ready to get back into this funky, fresh, fantastic campaign?
Let's get it. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you guys so much for coming out for tonight's episode. We'll catch you guys next week. Make sure that you're kidding. Okay. As the water has started draining out from the temple, the last remnants of this zombified shark that you guys so effortlessly handled start to disappear, and that final purple glow is dissipating from the room. You see the orb on the altar shining a very... Damn, this shit's kind of loud. Hold on. Sorry, my jams was real strong. You see the color, a beautiful aquamarine and sapphire blue shining from this orb that's sitting on the top of the altar, water somehow perfectly encasing it and also flowing from it at the same time, almost as if it's the centerpiece of a fountain itself, but it's not spilling out. It's weird. It's a weird concept in the sense of it's spilling out but not spilling out. This orb is glowing very brightly, and Narina, you would be able to hear Tempestus's voice. Excuse me. Well done, child. You truly are the chosen, and quite frankly, I had no doubt in you whatsoever. Don't mind all the screaming I did before. That was just to get your attention, I think. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. We don't worry about those things. You know, we keep it very flowing and free, just like the waves and the currents. And as you hear this voice in the back of your head saying all these things, you see your deity Tempestus pop up. This giant, beautiful blue manta ray with the same tribal markings that make up your tattoo spread over her fins and her tail. Just this giant, massive, beautiful ocean creature and magic in itself.
Finally, I have the chance to speak with you.
Yes, child, though I know I've kept you in the dark for some time, not by choice, of course, with the whole manipulation of the toxins in our waters and that giant beast taking over. I wish I could have spoken to you sooner, but I'm here, and if there's anything I can do, please let me know. I mean, you've definitely saved me and our kingdom, so the least I can do is hear you out.
Narina's gonna take a very deep breath, and she's like looking over her shoulder at like the others that are standing nearby. Our kingdom has been infected for centuries, and where have you been?
All the waters are my domain, and though I understand the trouble that was caused by other kingdoms seeping into ours, I do regrettably have to apologize for the fact that I wasn't in our own domain. There were other waters that were being troubled more, and when you have to take care of everything, it's hard to be in every place at once, and I know that's not any real excuse, but... And then she kind of like crumples in on herself. She doesn't really have a apparent face for you to see, but you can tell just by the body language of the fins kind of like curling in, almost as if in some like sense of like shame and apologetic, like wanting, I guess. You can see she's kind of trying to somewhat ask you for forgiveness without directly asking you for forgiveness.
I understand that the job of a god must be daunting, but I think that not only our kingdom, but the kingdoms of all of us around us, we are relying too heavily on you. You have put on this facade that you are all-knowing and all-powerful and all-great. And because of this, the people rely on you and the other deities to save them. They don't stand up for themselves. Especially in my case, I had assumed that you would save us all.
Once upon a time, dear child, we were the driving force, but over eons and different bestowings of our blessings onto each of the generations before you, the people started to become more self-reliant. Granted, with some of our power being seeped in through them to be able to take part of these things. It makes sense, but we still have a duty as the deities to take care of you, and I fear that we haven't really been able to do our job as successfully as we should have, seeing that all of us were corrupted so easily. But nonetheless, you and your companions, and she kind of like looks over your shoulder and kind of waves a giant fin at you all in the room, were able to at least dispel the darkness from this area. I do see that with all of your combined power, along with the blessings that each one of us have given to you, you'll be able to take down the darkness and restore the balance again, and you have our full support in any way we can. We will do what we can to help mitigate any of the damages that have been done in the area and try to restore them to the peaceful state that they were once in. She kind of like floats over towards you and lays one of her fins on your forehead. As she does that, your tattoo starts glowing a bright sapphire blue, so bright that it's illuminating every ounce of the temple that you guys are in, light shooting through the windows and the doorway. The ocean for a brief moment illuminated in such a bright, beautiful blue that even through the murkiness of all the toxins and stuff that were polluting the waters, you can kind of see the clear blue radiance for a brief moment, and then it recedes, centralizing back into your tattoo.
Okay. Well, I will continue with what we have started. But I have to say my opinion on what you consider balance has vastly changed.
I beg your pardon, child?
What kind of balance is there between light and dark if we vanquish the dark? This may be a purely theoretical question from a scholar such as myself, but I implore you to think about it. As I will continue to do my duty, I hope that you will do yours. And Nurin is just gonna give a big grand bow.
I was definitely right in choosing you as my champion. May my blessing guide you and your companions. And she starts to slowly fade away.
Is the orb still there?
The orb is still there.
Marina's gonna go grab the orb.
Marina needs to stop being such a klepto all the damn time.
Marina wants it. It's shiny.
Chinese!
Shinies!
Chinese!
As you grab the orb off of this pedestal, you get a quick glimpse of your mother, and you can see that her condition's slightly improving. Some of the lack of color that she had, or she's starting to gain color back into her skin. You can see your sister kind of like crying by the bedside, just thanking Tempestus. She kind of does a silent little prayer, and then your vision's brought back into the temple and this orb that you're holding.
Narina just kind of smiles, and she's gonna tuck the orb in her backpack and turn to the others. Well, I have a feeling that things might get a little bit better, at least for my kingdom. We need to find Elijah.
Yes, but also,
The orb.
if there's anything else we can do to help the condition, let me know.
I have a feeling we will be working closely in the future. But your kingdom isn't the only one I need to visit.
Lead the way.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Capri, for the 500 bits. We love to see it. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for a roll.
Ooh.
I wish I knew how to read. Oh, righteous. Okay. Okay. Tell him bust it open. She said, okay. Sorry. Who would you like this roll to go to, Capri? Stillbird, thank you so much
so
for
bad.
gifting
Yo!
a sub. Okay, so first roll is gonna go to Shiny McShiningson.
Fine. Capri
and
loves me.
And then Stone, who do you want this next one to go to? That's so menacing. You know, I love the fact that quick little outside of DM moment. I love how usually it's the most traumatizing thing when we have roles like that and the chat has control of it. So the fact that I'm not a part of that right now makes me just feel like I'm safe. I dodged a bullet. You guys, on the other hand, sorry, not sorry. I love you. Jilly, chill out. I mean, if you want to. Okay, Narina. Ooh. Okay, righteous. As you guys are having this conversation, Shiny, you feel this weird tingling sensation in your fur. And your normally orange and tan fur that you have all of a sudden turns pitch black. Then the color on your fur, this pitch black, kind of rolls off of you, and it stands tall as this 7-foot tall shadow demon. It's gonna obey your commands for the next 5 minutes. It's not bad. So it's basically like,
I don't know what to do with you.
it kind of looks at you and says, "Give me direction, and I will do."
Can
Meanwhile,
you find Elijah?
as you wish,
Just bring him here.
as you wish, and the shadowy demon just teleports, just disappears. Narina, as you're watching this happen, you're watching the this shadowy demon like roll off of her body, and as you start to hear her talking, you start to hear a discordant melody that only you can hear, and you're deaf to all other sounds for the next hour.
Nina's about to lose her mind.
Well, who's deaf now?
Marina's gonna like look at everyone. Okay.
We're gonna take a moment and head over to our 5th member. Elijah, as you're looking out into what was initially darkness for you, all of a sudden you see a few sparkles of twilight as the time is changing and you're no longer in this dark void. You don't feel the tendrils of darkness holding you in place like it was before when you were talking to the dark deity Velkalth.
Wait, I have a question.
I have an answer.
At the end of last stream, you sent me back to the boat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Am I in the darkness or on the boat?
No, you're on the boat. Let me finish the description, bro.
Okay.
As you look up, you feel first, before your sight fully comes back to you, the ocean breeze. You can still kind of smell the toxins and sludge from above, which automatically makes you remember that you're on top of the ship. And then you're starting to see the night sky for what it is. The moon shining ever so brightly, stars splattered throughout the sky, painting this beautiful tapestry. And all of a sudden, this giant 7-foot tall shadow demon pops up next to you, puts a hand on your shoulder,
Roll to hit it.
You got stats for that, Brett? Let's go.
Did I roll to hit it?
I'm sorry. That really just
Way to say that.
that really just took me completely out. Yes, you can go ahead and roll for it.
Oh, my dice are stuck. I'm just gonna roll to straight up punch it in the face.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20. Praise the Lord. In my defense, middle of the night, no one's around me, then a hand appears on me. I'm gonna start swinging.
I'm not mad at it, because I would have done the same thing. I'm just like, you know what? That's a reasonable response. Okay. So this demon puts its hand on your shoulder, and as it's about to say, by the request of my master, it gets a fist directly to the face and instantly hits the deck. It goes back about 20 feet because you punched it kind of hard out of response. Flies back and hits the deck. It slowly, yes.
What would, because this has happened before to Elijah. Would Elijah recognize it? Is it a similar visage of the demons? Like, do they all kind of look the same, or is this thing just brand new?
This one, it's taking on more of the features of shiny, so you wouldn't technically recognize it, but you would kind of get that energy of, I've experienced something like this happen once before.
Okay.
We forgot that the last
Legend-
time you popped up, we did this. Forgot the playlist.
Yep. Tried to fight it last time. Oh, so Elijah's gonna be like, "Oh shit, hold on. Do you have a message for me?"
It slowly does the whole like Dracula like rising from the coffin deal and goes, by the orders of my master, I have been requested to bring you towards her.
No.
By the orders of my master, I have been requested to bring you towards her.
Who's your master?
Has it been 5 minutes?
Not yet. As you say this, for some reason, this demon decides to... It starts tremoring, like shaking very violently, and then 2 cat ears pop out of it. It's like, by the orders of my master, I've been requested to bring you towards her.
I'm gonna like look at it for a second and be like, "Does Shiny get a pet?" I'm like, "Wait, hold on. They're underwater. I don't breathe underwater. How?"
This demon grabs you, and it teleports. I'm gonna need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, hang on. Let me check my chart for that. +3. Oh, 7.
7. So as you teleport back into the you teleport into this temple that you have not been into because you were blipped out of existence. Actually, no, you were there for a little bit before you got the blip. You
Right.
make it into this temple, and as the demon positions itself back in front of Shiny, it kind of drops you on your ass. No real damage really happens except for maybe a little bit of injury to your pride at that point for being dropped directly on your ass, but otherwise no harm, no foul. The demon looks at the demon looks at Shiny. Your orders have been carried out, my liege. And then it kind of
demon.
it kind of
Still reaches up to try to pat his face.
it as you're trying to reach and you touch its face, it goes back into your fur, coats you completely in black, and then all of a sudden just shimmers out of existence.
Well, that was something.
Weird.
Y'all gotta stop doing that.
Here.
I'm not, but
Welcome
hey,
back.
we're here now. So how's it going? What's next? What did I miss?
Shark?
Well,
Oh.
we killed the shark, so that was something. I guess.
Was it the thing? Was it the deity?
Yes.
You think so?
Narina.
Maybe it's just a shark.
Narina.
It's just a hole.
I think she got a case of deafness.
Or it is just like
Contagious.
looking at them. And she's
Wait,
going.
you mean Arena can't hear us?
I.
Well,
Yes.
listen, I just want you to know, you dumb.
Narina's going to cast mirror
put up-
image. She's casting a mirror image of herself that is going to translate an ASL to her.
As I see you casting this, I just stop talking. Like, okay, clever.
So while we're all here, I do have to mention a small little situation I had before I came down here. So I was in my room just waking up, and there was flying limbs. Something, yeah, there was like hands flying around, and it was just limbs, not a full body. And yeah, something about carrying out the duty of his god, deity, whatever he worshipped. And I believe that may have been the sixth element.
Was Inez with us whenever we met Velcath?
The
Whatever
first
the fuck his name is.
the first time, yes.
Whenever
Yes.
he
When you guys
became
met
spaghetti,
Xeon.
electric spaghetti.
Yeah.
Because I had my mouth
Velcath is the
taped shut.
deity. Zion. How do you say his name?
Xeon.
Fuck, they were the same.
Zion is the avatar.
Right.
Yeah, that's the person, and then Velcath is the deity.
Got it. Thank you.
And that's what
Appreciate
you
the
guys
clarity.
missed last time.
So that happened. Take that as you wish.
Did you do anything about it?
I made sure he wasn't there anymore.
Shiny
The
leans
details
over
aren't
to
important.
Elijah and she goes, "Oh right, the royalty."
Yep.
Inez just kind of looks around with a smirk.
How was it
So-
in Paris when you got back?
Do the fire people dismember the people that they have sex with? Is that what happened? Like, do you fuck up July or something?
No, and my private life, love life, does not need to entertain you. Thank you.
It's on a ship. It's not private, and it is very entertaining.
Is it private if we all watched you?
You watched?
Leave with them?
I mean, I would.
I wouldn't watch the marshmallow smashing against each other. I'd go somewhere else.
Heathens, all of you. And Inez just kind of walks off.
Hedonist is the word. Thank you.
I think Violet has a question.
Yeah. So I said I I said that I was casting mirror image, and my image was going to translate in ASL for me. Can I do that?
You certainly you can.
Okay, perfect. Can my mirror image speak? I think it can. Couldn't really tell.
You're deaf, not mute.
That's true. I'm like, you just can't hear, but if your mirror image would be able to pretend to be you in a situation, I don't see why it wouldn't be able to talk.
Okay, just wondering.
She's like, just making sure. While this is all going on, the priest that met you guys on the outside when you first arrived comes in and is like, Lady Narina, it's a miracle. Some of the toxins that were surrounding the area have dissipated for some reason, almost as if by some greater magic. I assume that you and your party did something to... Was that other guy with you guys the entire time?
Narina looks to her double translator and then nods. Yes, he was just invisible. Don't worry about it too much.
There's
That's
also...
fuck boy.
Okay, there's also two of you... I'm not gonna ask any questions I need answers to. Okay.
Listen, there is something very important that I need to tell you.
Yes, what is it?
All of this, everything that's happening, it is because of the power of the deities, yes. But they do not have the power to fix it. Not all of it. We need to stop relying so heavily on Tempestus.
I hear what you're saying. Okay. You know, you can't just tell somebody their whole faith is not as stable as it needs to be because we're dedicating too much and they're not doing everything they should.
She said.
That is basically what I have said, yes.
You know, the gods work in mysterious ways.
What I am saying is that the people could do to put a little bit more of the load on their own backs. Stop praying to Tempestus to fix everything in our lives. It's not going to help. That's all.
I will do what I can to spread the word and have us adapt. Is there anything else we can do for you now, Lady Narina? And kind of like looks at the two of you and Lady Narina.
No, that will be all. If you could stop and check in on my mother. I'm afraid I'm not going to have time to see her before we depart.
I'll give her your best wishes. And he kind of goes off and gets into one of the ships that's nearby and heads towards the kingdom.
Well, as for the rest of us, I think it's time we get back aboard the ship. What do you all think?
See you there.
I was just there.
Shiny just builds her dirt bubble. Oh no.
Oh no, we don't have that.
Oh,
Oh no!
a soldier has fallen.
Well, hold on a moment. Let's see if we get him back.
Un momento.
Ding,
Hey, my
ding,
camera didn't break.
ding,
There you go.
ding,
Un momento,
ding.
por favor.
I'm back, sorry.
Welcome back.
No worries.
While Elijah is saying this, Narina looks over to her body double, and they look at each other and just go,
I'm gonna look back to them, and I'm gonna be like,
Wow. Oh!
don't worry, I'll put some slang on it since you're only book smart. Damn.
Well, damn.
What? Like Shiny's working on building the dirt bubble and she goes, what's happening over there?
Shiny,
Yes, is kind of floating above and is looking down. Are y'all coming?
The dirt will not be necessary this time, Shiny.
We gotta get through the water.
Yes, I'm aware. And with her newfound power, Narina is going to cast. Where'd it go? She's going to cast Shaped Water. She's creating literally just a solid water bubble that is frozen on the inside. And she creates a door and motions to everybody to go inside.
Shiny looks at her half-formed dirt sphere and goes, "Oh, okay," and just drops the dirt. And gets in the
Yeah,
bubble.
careful with your mic. You're echoing when you're not muted.
My bad.
Elijah looks at the frozen water bottle or bubble. And he goes, "Okay, this should work."
I figure ice won't do much damage, although the grounding earth might be better for you to travel in, Elijah. But either way.
And Shiny just throws her hands up and walks into the damn bubble.
Elijah just follow Shiny.
All right, behind.
And Narina comes in last and shuts the door behind her with ice, using her magic to push the ice submarine.
So while Narina is doing that, Ines will kind of just clear out the dirt out of the way to make sure the bubble can get up safely.
And she's going to push it towards the ship on the surface of the water.
As you guys are inside of this frozen ice mold, you're rising towards the surface, and you can see some of the sea life starting to come back into life, basically. Colors returning to it, a bit more vibrant. Some of the wildlife that was in the area starting to kind of go back into like their little coral reef homes and anemones and things like that. And a few of the ships from Oshia are driving by. I don't know what you would call it underwater. Anyway,
Sailing.
they're moving on by. They're doing this basically. As they're going by, you can see some of the people kind of like waving at you guys. The water breaks the surface, and you make as you're breaching the surface, the sludge and stuff that's up there is rolling off of it, but it's also starting to somewhat dissipate as well. You can tell that the waters themselves are starting to improve slightly. Not completely and totally, but slightly. You're starting to see some of the heavier layers that were there starting to break up a bit more. The ship is still in its same location, and the captain kind of waves at you guys from the side of the boat. Well, hello there, travelers. Welcome back. It's very confusing. The princess was here, and then she turned into a fish and disappeared, and then
Yes, I am here.
the shocky one was here all of a sudden, and then there was a shadow, which was a little weird, and then the shocky one and the shadow disappeared, and now you guys are in a bubble. And he kind of talks to one of the crewmates. I don't get paid enough for this stuff. Whenever you guys are ready, we can set sail towards your next destination, I guess.
Yes. Also, Captain, we do have names, and as your queen, I would expect you to know at least mine. Thank you. And
Queen now?
He's like,
Did your mother die already?
last time I checked, I thought you were a princess.
same difference.
Big difference.
Huge difference. He's like, agreed with Elijah.
Darina creates a bridge of ice from the bubble to the deck and gets on the deck of the ship.
Elijah looks over to Rome and goes, "Hey, so you're next. How do we get to your place?"
Oh, that's a
I haven't quite thought that one out myself, to be quite honest.
Well, how'd you guys get down? I mean, you're at the games. Where's the nearest airship rental?
Probably near the border. We should start there, if anything.
Okay. We're gonna have to go near the capital.
For an airship? Probably so. I thought
We go up north from there.
I thought that your people had a method of flight. Like you...
Yeah.
I don't know, I've seen pictures in books. And Marina just kind of stops talking.
We tend to use airships. We do have a method of flight, but it's not for, I guess, high altitude
normies.
travel.
Outsiders. Alright.
Well, we could just use the ladder on the side of the boat. I mean,
That's a little high for that.
What do you think it might be, Princess? To
On the side of the boat.
kingdom. To the air kingdom in the sky.
That boat. I thought you meant my boat. My apologies.
It's okay. I understand. Sometimes thinking is hard.
He just like gets on the boat and wanders.
Marina is going to go sit at find a barrel or something to sit on, and she is looking at the map that she has of the kingdoms and trying to determine the nearest airship landing.
Give me a knowledge. What am I trying to think of? Hell. Let me see here. Roll a. Yeah, wisdom.
Intelligence.
Intelligente. No, that would be more of a. Let's do an insight, because you got some smarts about you. Yeah.
Okay. Y'all, I need glasses. I actually
have
can't
some.
read my character sheet. That's an 8. She's struggling.
Amongst the nostalgia of just being back home, learning that your mother's condition is getting better, you're looking at this map and all you can see is just home. You can see the different locations marked on the map, but it's not really doing much for you. The only thing that you know is that there's a spot in the top middle portion of the map that you're looking at that just has a couple floating stones that would represent the kingdom, but nothing really as far as like the land goes. All you know is just the location basically of where Ceruli is.
Marina is going to look at her mirror image double and nod, and her double is going to go over to Rome. Unfortunately, you're going to have to lead the way. We don't know where this landing is.
I'm gonna take a look at the map. Which one is it again? Mine is the top.
Yeah. Yours is Ceruli in the kingdom of Atmos. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why.
We don't want to go to the western shores then. That's where we'll find an airship. Or just around there.
Legend nods and goes, alright, well, Queen, go ahead and let your captain know.
Lovely. Ines walks off to the captain, has a private conversation with the guards and the captain. In the little room.
Aye, princess. Just let us know when to ship out and we'll head out. Oh, sorry. My queen.
Soon to be queen. And turns around and shuts off.
Elijah, starts just kind of walking towards the the first lower deck. He's like, I never killed a queen before. And then he keeps walking.
And you never will.
Are you trying to do it?
Wait, who are you talking to?
Annie. Inez.
Myself?
Well, that is
No,
how a princess becomes a queen, is that the queen dies.
No. The queen can also step down from her title.
The sweetie, the royals don't do that. And she
Fair
just
enough.
walks away. Like,
Can Arena hear this conversation? Or can I hear it? Or no?
Should be able to. We were all kind of like right there looking at the map and stuff, so.
I don't know if I'm deaf.
I'm just looking
you're
between the
dead.
two of them. Like, that was harsh.
Roll a d4 for me.
The 4.
A d4.
I got a 4.
You hear a slight ringing in your ear, and as you're doing that, you know how like in shows where they have that like ringing, but you can still hear everything kind of like muffled as your hearing starting to come back in. You can start to hear their voices slightly, so it's like queen before. So you can kind of start to hear it slowly come back in.
Arena's going to dispel her mirror image. And she's gonna read her book. She's gonna mind her own business on this one.
So the captain lets the crew know to get the ship ready. They're about to take off, pulling up the anchors, getting everything set with the sails, blah blah blah, that whole jargon, and they are officially heading off. As you're leaving from this area above Oshia, the waters start to clear up slightly. They're not as polluted the further out as you're going, since it was more concentrated due to that, but you can still see some like the remnants of obvious refuse and stuff from the different kingdoms spilling over into Oshia. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Shiny's curling up on the deck and taking a nap.
Follow soon and go to my place as well and rest.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you. Ines is gonna go and find August and to go to the room.
Elijah is talking to August.
Inez, I'm gonna need you to roll for persuasion to get him to stop his conversation with Elijah to take him to your room and seduce him.
Wow.
So actually, I need you to roll 2 things. I need you to, number 1, I need you to roll a persuasion, and then I need you to roll a performance for the seduction that you're gonna use.
Okay.
I'm gonna counter roll against that persuasion.
You most certainly can do that.
Can we watch her actually play out the seduction?
Well, the persuasion was 30.
No, it's not.
30?
No, it's not. You
My
did not roll a
bad.
natural 20 plus 10.
No, I did not. My bad.
That was a 16.
I looked at the
one
wrong
there, but
one.
mine.
40.
14, 1, 4, 24.
24.
Okay, so
And what
you're...
was the second one? Performance?
Yes. Okay. So...
13.
Okay. Persuasion. Elijah, can you beat a 24?
Nope.
Okay. So, August is having this conversation with you. Yeah, I think it's just really weird because it's like, when you think that you're like living in an area with fire, you would think that you'd never get cold, and for some reason at night it gets fucking freezing. It's crazy. Inez, you come into the room and tell me how you persuade this
go
man.
into the room, and I'm like, and I take August by the hand. I'm like, you got a minute?
I mean, I guess I do. What's going on?
Oh, you
Why
know,
don't you go? Oh, I wasn't having a conversation.
some
and
nightly
just walked
fun.
off.
Hey, Elijah. Sorry, sir. I gotta handle this. Okay.
Listen, I understand you made a fire. Go get your dick wet.
That's disgusting. So, August looks at you and says, "I'm ready. Let's do this."
I'm gonna lean into him and go, hey,
excited.
if it burns when you pee after, that's a good thing for your kind. Don't worry about it. And then I'm just gonna walk off.
Anyways, let's go. And Ines drags him to the room.
Okay, so Narita's sitting on the barrel reading a book. Shiny's curled up on the deck. Yes, answer.
Never mind. Listen, you don't want me to deep dive into that.
No, do it.
Yeah? Okay, cool. What type of protection exists in your world, given that it's a high fantasy setting? Because if my calculations are correct, that's 2 people within 24 hours. I'm just curious. In case there is protection, I have a follow-up question. Does that protection prevent against the intrusion of dark deities in your head mid-coitus? I just want to know the logistics. That's all.
And if there is protection, does it melt
Yeah, because, you know, fire.
during
Like, do we have to cast stone skin just to...
penetration?
I know y'all did not just come in here and just tear my whole fucking world apart by asking if there's contraception.
I said I didn't want to.
You gave consent. Okay, I'm sorry.
I did. I certainly
It's a
did.
good question. Your players are whores. All of them. I don't know why you didn't think of that.
Because I didn't expect her to be sleeping with multiple people within a 24-hour span, and I didn't expect him to ask that question.
Wait, you need to tell me that you actually didn't expect that.
Listen, I thought it'd be like a one and done here, or maybe like in between here and there. I'm like, oh Lord, Jesus Christ.
Is there contraception? Like, you know, we're gonna have a tiny little fire baby running around?
So apparently I need Hanny to roll for survival to see if
Oh my god.
to see
Roll for
if
pregnancy.
she gets to pull out or not.
I mean, that's not the first time it's happened on this channel.
That's true.
Pregnancy. Oh no.
Incubation period.
Roll a survival for me.
Don't let her pregnant, because if I punch her in the stomach, I'm gonna feel bad.
You're out of pocket, bro.
I'll still do it, but I'm...
You were so out of pocket for that. Oh my goodness, you're
Well, that was a
wild.
14.
Okay, so your pullout game is strong enough. You're not having any flaming babies by the help. Good for you. Answer. Jesus Christ.
Shouldn't that be with disadvantage because you just had a fight and you haven't had a rest? Like, I'm just... I'm done.
Logistically speaking, but also, like, it's not her pull-out game, it's his. Honestly.
You know what? You're right. Hold on. I'm gonna actually roll. I'm gonna roll.
Nah, fuck you.
I'm gonna
I
roll.
will fist fight you. Like real men with their shirts off.
I'm here. If you think you're gonna get your shirt off, you're sorely mistaken, sweetheart.
So the DM is rolling 11.
Okay, do I need to roll again? What's happening?
She's like, what is this episode turned into?
The fucking part 3.
The fucking part 3. No, this would be part 4 because y'all was all getting it in last time.
Oh, you had it with Hover before.
What? Part 5? Damn
We're a sex D&D campaign. That's what we are.
Listen, I need someone to make a whole compilation of all the fuckingings that we've had on this shit. Don't do that, please don't.
No,
Nobody wants to do it, but don't do it. It's definitely on YouTube. Don't do it, though. You can find the clips.
That part.
Billy, don't do it. Billy?
Do it. Hold it.
Jilly, no.
Billy said I have a laptop.
You're all sick and disgusting. I love it.
So what do I do? Do I roll again? Do I not roll again? What's happening?
Inez, you're in the throes of passion. We'll talk to you in the morning.
Okay, I bet.
We'll talk to you in the morning.
I'm not next to this, is it?
Yeah.
I hope this is. Yes, please.
Actually, I do need. I need you to roll a d6 right now to see, because no one ever had any. Right. No one ever set up any particular spots, so you could very well be right next to this.
I hope. For the love of everything holy. God,
I got a
please
4.
Yikes, bro.
There's a room in between you.
Okay.
Now,
But I'm
granted,
pretty loud.
because ew, I was gonna say because everyone's above deck. Besides you, Inez in August, you hear everything.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to the farthest room from her and just move whatever stuff is in there.
Just take your stuff and then just leave.
Hop on in the bunker, I guess.
So how far are we from the airships? Because
Disgusting. You're about a couple hours out. You could use this time to rest if you need to, prep stuff, do what you gotta do, but you've got a bit of a journey ahead of you.
Narina can hear again.
Yes.
Where is Narina?
She's on the deck, sitting on a barrel, reading a book. Big surprise.
You're welcome, Narina.
You're back.
Did you miss me?
Always.
Oh, you're kind.
Where have you been?
Around. You know how this dark deity shit goes. Lord knows where I'll end up next.
What is your biggest fear?
Not doing enough.
And that's what this Xeon portrays for you?
No, it doesn't quite understand that concept for me, I guess. So I'm usually just seeing my dead mom at this point, but I've kind of reconciled with that. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's not really feeling like a failure. I expect to anticipate that I'll fail. Just life's short, but the road keeps going. So if I can positively impact it enough before I go, that'd be nice. But you know, it's not the dark deity, right?
What's been portraying our fear?
Yeah, no. That's all this Xeon character. You know, we're the avatars to our deities. The dark deity's avatars is using its own power to get inside of our heads. I have a feeling that goals don't really align.
What makes you
What about
say
you?
that?
Well, if the dark deity really felt like we were a concern and a threat, and had the power to turn me into string cheese, why am I still here? What stopped it from killing us then, or any of the other times?
I have wondered the same thing.
I don't think it can. I think the Zion dude, you know, one I so eloquently have named Peasant, I think the peasant person has a lot of control and a lot of power.
Lava, thank you so much for the gifted sub. We appreciate that. I'll get that roll out for you right now.
Oh, God.
But I don't think it. I don't think it's acting with the intentions of the dark deity. This doesn't make sense to me.
What do you think the dark deity Belcath?
Mhm.
What do you think his intentions are?
Well, if you were chained up for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, unable to be free, how would that make you feel? sealed away.
Do I get a good book?
Yeah, but it's only got like 5 pages, and you have to read it every day.
I'm afraid I agree with you. This whole concept of balance between the deities that can't even help their own people, it makes no sense to me anymore.
Darkness needs to exist, and I imagine Velkath is pretty scorned. It's powerful, but it's a part of us. I think if we find some way to embrace it, then we don't have to really worry about it. And one way or the other, I'm going to see that through.
What are you suggesting?
Elijah's going to sit down next to Arena and just talk really quiet so that no one else can hear. And you can fade to black. I'm going to message it to them.
We're gonna actually cut over to Rome for a moment. Rome, as you've relocated your belongings to get away from the disgusting noises,
Excuse me?
you heard
They're
me.
having Bible study.
You heard me. They're disgusting noises.
Beautiful angelic noises. Beautiful angelic music to the ears.
Anyway, you nasty. As you're sitting, hey, don't be gross.
Ignore me!
As you're sitting in your room, the room starts to get extremely cold. Like unnaturally cold, not in the sense of like any ice like forming into the room like the boat's freezing or anything, but just the temperature's dropping abnormally low. And as you're sitting in this room, you see an illusion of Death himself. He kind of standing over you in the same sense that the Dementors do in Prisoner of Azkaban, where he's kind of just this ethereal creature kind of like hovering over you. And you're going to take 2, 9. You're going to take 11 points of psychic damage, and you are going to be frightened for the next 10 minutes. As this illusion of death is hovering over you, it kind of leans into you and says, "Your time is nigh. You only have so much left in you before I claim what's rightfully mine. And there's nothing you can do to stop me."
I'm terrified, right?
Yes.
Okay. But, am I like fear stricken where I can't do anything, or can I still do things?
You can still do things, but if it's any type of action that you're trying to do, you're going to have to roll with disadvantage.
Okay. Can I prepare some tea?
You can shakily try to prepare some tea. I will have you roll
I'm trying to prepare him a cup.
Okay. Let that be a dexterity. Yeah, just
Is
roll.
this a saving throw?
No, just regular dexterity.
Okay.
Let's just see how steady your hand can be while you're doing this.
I rolled a 12.
You're gathering a few of the tea leaves that you have inside of your bag. And as you're trying to put them inside of the kettle, the little teapot kettle situation that you got going on there, you are trembling. This illusion is kind of floating in the room, just kind of ominously swaying back and forth, looking you up and down. You're able to turn on the little Bunsen burner-esque situation that you would have to heat up the water for your tea. And after a few minutes, the water's ready. You set it in there in a cup for it, Death, and you would place it on the edge of the table. You're still shaking aggressively, so you're trying your best to hold it steady. A few drops are kind of spilling here and there, but for the most part, it stays pretty much intact. This illusion of death kind of looks over this tea that you gave it, and then looks at you and I'll accept this offering for now. But be warned. A greater darkness lies ahead. And it's not exactly what you think it is. He finishes his cup of tea and then, till we meet again. Hopefully, when I get to come back and claim your soul. And he said, kind of just shimmers out of the room.
I'm gonna try and steal my nerves with my own cup of tea, and then I'm gonna start meditating as well.
Gucci.
And then just kind of breathe a sigh of relief and just, it'll come, but not yet.
We're gonna cut to Shiny for just a second.
What?
Shiny, in the midst of your sleep, I need you to roll a sorry. I need you to roll a I'm trying to think between nature or survival. Let's have you roll a survival.
I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't like that phrase.
How's a 21 do?
21 does great for you.
Perfect,
You're awakened by the smell of the best way I can describe it as a cacophony of fish and squid and sea urchins and starfish that some of the guards had fished up and kind of presented in this like stew that they're making, and almost as if the smell itself is lifting you up from your curling place and lifting your body down the stairwell into the kitchen area. You smell this wonderful feast that they were preparing for everybody. As this is going on, the chef kind of peers through and kind of sees that you've made your way into the mess hall area. Lady Shiny, I didn't know that you were here. Food isn't going to be ready for another few minutes or so, but I mean, if you're the first one in here, I'm assuming that it's a good thing then, right?
Is Miss Fish?
Well, don't tell anyone that I'm doing this. And then he kind of scoops up a really hearty size for you in a bowl and kind of gives it to you. We really do appreciate everything you and the others are doing for us.
She's still half asleep, still rubbing the sleep out of one of her eyes. But she gets really happy and she just takes the bowl and just, thank you. Okay, and then she just like walks over to the table and sits down and just is like slowly eating with her eyes half closed.
As you take that first bite,
purr just emanates from her body.
As you take that first bite, it cuts back to you. This is you having a dream sequence of you having the best fish of your entire life. Everyone that's on the deck can kind of hear you just aggressively purring. It's like, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because she's a tabaxi, which is still a cat, but they're like, yeah, you know, I don't know, it's interesting. Should we probably move her into her room? I'm not really sure.
Can we smell this food?
This is all in her dreams.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. She's in a perfect little dream state. As this is going on, Narina and Elijah, you two would hear this loud purring going on from Shiny's area as it cuts back to you two with this serious conversation you guys were having. As you're continuing your conversation, the daylight is starting to break. You guys can see land, and there is a dock, a port town that you're seeing maybe about another like 30 minutes or so out, but you're starting to see the semblance of where different ships are landing, restocking, refueling, and things like that.
Elijah kind of stretches and looks at the port town and goes, "Ah, finally. Things around my water suck."
Being surrounded by a 1,000-foot drop really isn't much better. And Narina's like kind of like rubbing her arms.
He goes, "Point digging."
You're muted.
That makes so much sense. I looked at it and I was like, I should probably unmute this, and didn't. As more of the sunlight is starting to rise, you can hear this seaside town just lively, full of energy and people moving things around, different people boarding ships, getting off of ships, things like that. The crew on the ship kind of goes around, land ho, we will be docking momentarily, blah blah blah, things like that. Everyone's getting their positions ready to get the boat situated. Inez, I need you to roll that survival one more time, as I too will be rolling said survival.
For what?
Don't
I'm
worry.
not getting pregnant, am I?
Just roll the survival, woman.
Oh, fuck yeah, I got a nat 20. Okay, 22.
You don't know if that means you're pregnant or not.
I don't... Oh, shit.
Life is a good thing.
Your survival is so high, you instantly... Sorry.
Instantly have a baby. Right there.
pregnant.
You skip the whole 9-month gestation period, you just have a baby. It just pops out.
You got a baby next to you.
A loud...
Oh, baby, let's go.
What happened to the last girl too?
You turned the microphone and it did not pick up.
Yeah, the mic didn't pick up, but could you hear that through the wall?
I'm
I heard it
screaming.
through the wall.
I'm screaming. That's disgusting.
Rome heard it through the wall.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll reenact that again. As the sunlight is breaking through the window of your room, Inez, all you hear from August is... and he falls over in pure ecstasy.
You
Right
think I
before.
was doing it with him all night?
Yes,
What the-
you've literally said this
No.
on multiple occasions
Yeah.
that you do it all night, you pervert.
You should have called on me.
I wasn't gonna go back to you and get the details of what you were doing. That's nasty.
I was just gonna say that we were done now and then I was gonna go fuck the ship, but no.
XO_Girl Wonder, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the chaos here over at Roll for Trauma.
Is that the sound again?
No, that was... Shut up. Gross. August grabs his clothes and... You should really get ready, princess. We're docking. Kind of just looks at you and,
Thank you.
oh my gosh, Capri, thank you so much. Capri, you're disgusting. Thank you so much for the 500 bits. I don't know if I love you right now. Who is this role going to?
Give it to Inez.
She's already rolled enough nats
Let's see
tonight.
if Rome can hear him coming.
I'm pretty sure everyone below deck heard him coming.
You said that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give all the trauma.
This goes to Elijah. Elijah, for some magical reason, while you're sitting there looking at the land, as you're getting closer, you have a moment of insight. Almost as if you just know exactly how to do things. And you're going to get a +2 bonus on your next saving throw.
Oh.
The ship has officially docked, pulled in. Let me change all my terminology and phrasing because after the conversation we just had, I can't do this. I can't do this. After this, the ship has reached its destination and has parked, basically. The staff. I hate you guys.
Can I park my ship in your marina?
I mean, hey yo.
Going into a cave. Like,
You guys are disgusting. Each and every one of you.
You're playing a game with whores.
Including the two of you that aren't saying anything right now. By association, you're both gross too because you're letting it happen. What I
I'm
did?
judging silently.
I'm just-
I'm sorry, Mr. Lipton Teabag. Like,
I'm kidding.
Not Lipton teabag, Jesus Christ. Okay. The boat has docked into the marina. The captain kind of lets you guys know this is about as far as we can take you as far as where you're trying to go. Seeing that LeVar doesn't have ships that can fly, so best bet I could say is look around town, see if you can find someone to take you guys up there, or pray for a miracle. So yeah, I mean, this is where we part. We'll stick around for a few days just in case you need to, or in case you need us, and best of luck in your journey. As he's saying this, he kind of looks at his staff, and I'm going to have to whip these boys back into shape because apparently no one likes to be on their post when they're supposed to. And he's looking at August specifically, who's looking over his shoulder to look at you and kind of winks.
I look to the
Inez
captain
kind
and I
of
go-
shyly scratches her forehead like, shit.
I'm gonna look to the captain and I go, Inez was on August post. That's where what happened.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
He had to.
Yeah.
He had to really watch her closely.
Yeah, full mass
Every
and everything.
like
and
that.
time. Yeah.
I mean,
like
if
that. I
he hadn't
might
her down,
have.
how could he have possibly known she was safe?
Shiny,
Yeah.
no.
And he looks at you. Well, did you do it with your clothes on?
Shush.
A queen has modesty, Shiny. We don't talk about the clothes or sex. And then Elijah
It's
walked
not
out
a
the-
queen, huh?
Oh, you're right.
So like,
Narina is fully blushing and just walks off the ship.
I follow behind Rena. I'm like, don't mind them.
I think
Inez kind of spawns a little fire on both her fingertips and burns real quickly.
we're
Bird
gonna.
who?
Elijah and Shiny. Like,
You're
Walk
going
away.
to
You know-
attack Elijah?
you're gonna attack Shiny.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna let that happen. Elijah's gonna stop and turn around very slowly and look to Inez and go, "Do you want to do that again, princess?"
Shiny
I'd
hisses
rather
and turns around and
energy.
goes, "My back." No, you like back shots.
Did you say anything or can I hear you?
Now, Cole.
IRL.
Wait, hold, I'm sorry. Hold on. Cole took me all the way out. What did you say to me?
I'm crying, sobbing, shitting. Forever her shitting, like,
We're gonna take this beautiful moment right here to take a break. because you guys are fucking unhinged. So we're gonna play you the promo for the newest campaign that's supposed to be starting this Friday. Actually, it's really exciting. So after this promo that you'll see, you will be passed over to Epiphanies with Elijah.
Welcome, employee number, to Collective Co. And congratulations on your new position. My name is Janet, and I am the Vice President of Operations of Collective Co. Allow me to tell you a little bit of background of our great company. Collective Co. was founded by our divine CEO, Frank Levitt, in 2023. Frank developed the technology for all our divine products in the basement of his mother's home with nothing but a laptop and a dream to make the world a better place. You are probably very familiar with our world-renowned technology that is used in everyone's day-to-day operations. You have been assigned to our most prestigious facility, headquarters. You will be working our base of operations. Whether you will be working in customer service, research and development, or even groundskeeping, we are pleased to have you join us.
Please review the following documents about your
Specific position, and welcome again to the Collective Co family, where we strive to make the world
one.
Therapy. It's time for therapy.
The ring roll for trauma wasn't a blaring fucking sign.
Eddie, no! Eddie, stop!
That would be a critical failure.
What's going on, kiddos?
Hey, yo!
Fuck!
That is actually the technical term. You rolled a stab a bit.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Fuck me!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Elijah's Epiphanies, or Epiphanies with Elijah. We're working on it. It's one of those two. Oh, okay, sorry. Today we're going to talk about controlling our feelings. It's important to control our feelings, and especially in a campaign such as this. There's a plethora of many things that can happen. You know, when we look at real life, we must be accepting of the fact that things will happen beyond our control. You know, we are not piloting any other individuals, and it's up to us to think and act with logic first, and then move to explaining and expressing our emotions without pointing blame or pointing fingers, unless one of your teammates decides to throw fire on your skin, because Elijah just be walking around shirtless and Shiny Shekel is made of fur. In that case, by all means, somebody's going to burn your back. You can burn some bridges. So yeah, that's what we have for y'all today. Hold on. I'm gonna unmute you so that they can hear what you're saying. I don't have to what?
That's unnecessary. That
You know,
doesn't seem. Also, this isn't aimed at all. Like,
you know, listen.
like,
I completely agree with you, and I want you to know that I am fully and totally in support. I think what Elijah did was really messed up to try to out you like that in front of your people, and it is completely wrong. Elijah doesn't agree with me, but that's how I personally feel. And I totally get it. So, whatever Elijah does, just, Elijah's not here right now.
Shiny has no concept of secrets.
You'll be fine.
Well, Shiny about to learn.
No concept of it. Never crosses her mind 100% of the time.
Out of hand, okay?
All right, so you have to look at it from this perspective, all right? Elijah was having an in-depth conversation that you interrupted to go fuck without even saying hi to him.
And then,
I had no chance. You immediately walked off. What was I supposed to do?
hey, how's everyone doing? How's the conversation? Oh, by the way, you trying to like at least be cordial? But nah, Elijah's just like, wow, okay, that's high on your priority list. I'm not standing right here, so I'll just make myself scarce as you make your clothes scarce. And then Elijah just went and did his thing. Obviously, so did Inez. Yeah, 100%. Make the whole night scarce. The following morning. Goddamn. Well done. I'm proud
I didn't
personally.
mean to. The DM didn't give me any fucking chance.
He gave you a fucking chance. You had your fucking chance. I'm pretty sure your fucking chance was all night long.
Listen, I tried to interrupt
Water check, everyone.
Rome. I tried to interrupt between Rome and Shiny, and it didn't work.
Hey, it's all good. It's 100% okay.
Skill issue.
I'm not upset at you. I think this is awesome. I'm having a good time with it. Elijah is going to... I don't want to say that he's upset. You have to remember, you are directly tied with people he doesn't like, and he's like trying to gain something on you, and now like he turned his back, and then you backstab him. Oh yeah, that he's gonna have words for you.
Inability to control your emotions.
Yeah. Okay. You didn't stab him. You gave him some back shots, and I thought you had enough of that the night before. So.
I love that killed Dion.
That shit was
so
funny.
then I'm just gonna exit the call.
Nah.
I'm gonna leave the server.
No, but I mean I can't tell you what will or won't happen. But say again. Wait,
it was July before August?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Shiny had August and Inez had July. That was the 1st of November.
No, I had June.
Oh, okay. You had June. All I know was July was involved. I'm pretty sure one of you had July.
I think that was Narina looking the calendar.
Oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you had June. Who did Shiny have? Fair enough.
I don't know. I just chose the first month that came into mind. I was like, oh, August. Fine, let's do it.
She had July and you had blah blah blah. And the 1st of November, I'm like, wait, November wasn't involved. And I'm like, oh, actual November.
Yeah,
Jesus
actual
Christ.
November. November 1st, like the actual date.
These months are fucking great. Well, actually, you guys are fucking the months.
I didn't name them. DM chose the calendars, alright? I could have gone with zodiac signs. There's a lot of options you could have had. Battery low. Oh, snap.
I could have went with October, like my birthday month. I could have done that.
All the way
Would
down
have
to
been
the far right.
fun. Like Libra on Libra action. That shit would have been hot.
But, here we
And
are.
speaking of controlling emotions, maybe Elisha should try it.
What has Elijah done to not control his emotions?
You sure about that?
Give me an
It seems
example.
like he's dealing with some past trauma.
Like what?
He's still hung up on the past people
Yeah?
that have. Yeah.
Are your, by chance, just pure curiosity, are your parents still alive?
Which one? The one in character?
Yes, the one in character.
Yes.
Okay, so how many opportunities did he have to go get his revenge on the people that put a hit out on his mom? And he didn't. He just didn't talk to them. He just said, you know what? I'm just going to respectfully ignore y'all and keep it moving.
To be fair.
No. To be fair,
parents were quite rude to Elijah.
But he controlled his emotions.
Yeah. Having emotions and controlling them are two different things.
There you go.
You know that, right?
Charging battery.
I don't know.
Also, how are you comparing...
And not do anything about it.
Yeah, also, how are you comparing you fucking someone to my dead mother in character? But, like, that's not a good comparison to make. I should be mad about one of those.
Yeah, no, you put it like that.
Dude was like, what the fuck is going on? You already keep playing.
knows the concepts of secrets and
Oh,
still
hang on a second.
all of it to the entire guards that he didn't have to do. A Shiny, I can get it. I could just like cover Shiny's spot and we'll be good.
Turned off?
No, y'all both decided, well, let's let the whole fucking shit know that will tell my whole fucking kingdom, and now no one is established. Let's go.
Yeah, they're dead.
So you decided to act instead of process your emotions and have an adult conversation.
I like projecting.
Even when you're right.
Which happens like all the time, so it's crazy.
Give me a second, we're having
really
technical
grateful.
difficulties.
Okay. Before.
Oh, that I missed that entire conversation.
You just checked out for it?
Oh yeah, completely.
Understandable.
Mystery where she's
Yeah, these
like,
headphones
oh,
have died.
yeah, I did act on right.
So we're switching the wireless power.
Oh, no.
This one should charge it faster.
Yeah, that was my bad. Ines apologizes. Refuser to not get killed.
Link established. Mic off.
Okay.
Bruh, I'm working on Collective Co stuff. Quit looking.
Beat him up.
Beat him up. Beat him up.
If you just talk about back shots, he'll fall over.
Litchi Hour, thank you so much for following. Okay, so real quick, I have something that I wanted to do for intermission. In the Roll for Trauma Discord server, we asked y'all to put in... Oh, that broke. It's fine. We asked y'all to submit art that we would look at during intermission. So now I'm going to do so, and I'm going to rate your art. I'm in the wrong server. I'm all staring really hard. It's not my Discord.
Did we get in?
We didn't get anything new. But shout out to Robin from ZZ's Tattoo. This was last Nevea season 2. Very clean art, like the rendition. Not what ZZ looks like, but a fantastic tattoo, like representation type vibe. Ola's coming in clutch with the CGI photos. And Ina's dad and Ina's mom with the flames.
Beautiful.
Glorious. Yeah. The mom looks like she has the anger issues that has been portrayed. She's hella bipolar. You're hot, then you're cold. And that's just an orange symbol. That's just how I feel.
It was intended to be shiny, yeah.
You see that it says shiny, but this is like shiny if shiny was full animal. Yeah.
Yes, like baby shiny.
Yeah.
So cute.
So keep dropping the art over there in the fan art, and we'll check it out every single stream. And speaking of streams, next stream that we have for y'all is Collective Co. this upcoming Friday. Violet is hella nervous for it, but she's going to do fantastic. We all know it.
From one new DM to another, you're going to do fine. I believe in you wholeheartedly.
It's not that hard. It's easy peasy. And then we have something coming on Sunday that I've only played a trailer for once, and I'm not playing again right now. So if you want to know what we're streaming on Sunday, make sure you're there on Friday for a brand new campaign. This is a mini series. It's going to be 4 to 6 episodes long. I won't tell you anything about it other than it is directly connected to Nevea. And if you know what Nevea is, you should be watching. If you don't know what Nevea is, you should be watching anyways. You can watch all the shit on YouTube and go from there. But let's talk about all that after stream, and let's get back to it. Your seat.
Oh no, I'm going to die.
I don't want to mess up the cable. Hold up.
Damn.
Oh, vape's in the pocket. After you.
Do you need this? Do you need this, sir?
That's not mine.
Is Eldorado Part 1 up? I don't see it.
The little equal.
That I'm not positive of. Make sure you'll be back in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, do I look like a bad bitch?
You always be looking like a bad bitch, boy. You
Just making sure.
You don't look like a bad bitch. You look like the baddest bitch.
Damn. She trying to get an inspiration point or something, though. Fuck.
Would that
Oh,
be
yeah.
one?
I have one of those.
I have 3 of those.
I'm gonna need y'all to start using those, because Rome, I need you to start using
I
more
don't know how to
specifically.
use them.
You just say, can I use an inspiration point to...
But for what?
Anything.
But for what? This
Fill
one.
in the
All right,
blank.
you guys all ready?
Yeah.
I think so.
Live a scene. As the beef
So
is.
Elijah's gonna
I'm screaming. I was gonna say, as the beef is
Elijah's
boiling.
gonna turn around and look up to Inez and go, "You are lucky that everyone on your ship deserves a moniker of respect higher than you."
Did you do that? That wasn't very nice. Hurt. She's like patting the singed spot on her fur on her back.
Sorry, that hit me on a row. I'm like, I don't want to go with this.
Are you okay?
Fuck me.
Check it in. Are you okay? Again, I'm not mad. I'm loving it. That was 100% Elijah just going, if these people weren't here, I'd be fucking you up, but these people are here. And of course, he's got to find some way to throw it back at you, because that's how he is. I'm good. I'm chilling. Are we good? Hanny, my friend?
My friend.
Hey, my friend, compadre, we good? Okay, cool. Because Inez and, they're not good, but Hanny and your boy here, we're good.
He said, we got beef, but not IRL.
Yeah, not IRL. IRL's fine. There's no worries.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I use an inspiration point to make Inez pregnant?
No, you cannot. Can I take an inspiration point to counter that inspiration point?
Can I also use it as religion?
I will use it. No, I will take an inspiration point so I cannot get pregnant.
You thought that a break would rein these people in.
I didn't think they were going to stick on that subject.
It gave me the opportunity to communicate with my fellow gremlins. Actually, to clarify, I'm a gremlin. Chaotic, but harmless. My friends are goblins. They'll steal your liver.
I mean, in the sense of 2 inspiration points against the 1, I'm gonna let all 3 of those points be used because majority rules in the situation. Inez, I need you to roll a percentage die.
That means
So you roll the D10 and then the D.
It looks like a D10, but yeah, it has double numbers.
So one of them is just going to be 1 through 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. The other one's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 00. I need you to roll both of those
what
right
am
now.
I rolling?
Rolling
What
the
am-
percentage
like-
to see if you're pregnant or not.
Deontay, I mean, which dice am I choosing and how often am I rolling?
Those 2 dice, so the D10 and the D100, just roll them both once.
Okay, there we go.
Screaming.
What? The
You
fuck?
have both of these dice in your little box, Hanny.
So you're
Yes,
gonna.
no, hold up.
I was gonna say, are you confused on the numbers?
Okay, 93.
Well,
I got the power of God and anime on my side.
No, you don't,
can you just
sis.
get her pregnant?
No, you don't.
Am I?
Oh, hell no.
Suddenly, she throws up over the edge of the ship.
How do I abort this child of mine? How do I make it be gone?
And then for some strange reason, you feel a like
No. No, I'm not.
You feel
I'm not
something.
doing shit.
You feel something in the pit of your stomach.
Nope. You liar.
Denial pregnancy.
Lies.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Lies, I'm gonna leave right there.
No, my question is, which month is it?
Fuck.
The doc.
Daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Before you even finish that sentence,
Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, go ahead and cast your votes to see which month it is the father.
July or August? Let's go.
I am gonna take my ball of fire and just getting rid of it.
For some reason, growing up in the kingdom of Lavar, you're impervious to any flame and heat damage like that. So all you do is just give yourself a warm, almost like heating up an egg and keeping it inside of an incubator. It's almost as if you kind of just did that.
To get rid of this. Somebody, Elijah punched me in the stomach, please.
Elijah's like, well, listen, as much as I'd like to, why suddenly? Because, you haven't told us that you're pregnant suddenly, so, like, I was like, what?
I am just feeling, very guilty, so I need you to combat me real quick so I can get rid of this guilt, and I do truly apologize for zapping.
He looks to you, and he's gonna walk up to you, and he's gonna, like, extend a hand out for you to take.
I take the hand.
He's gonna pat your hand and go, all is forgiven. And then he's just gonna walk off the ship.
Does this mean that the baby is gone? Please tell me yes.
I have that power.
Yes, you do.
He didn't say he shocked you.
Yeah, no, I can turn that off.
Shit.
Inez, you can hear. Go for
Shiny
it.
looks at Inez and goes. She walks up to her and reaches up as high as her little paw can, which is approximately Inez's lower abdomen, and pats her and goes, "It's okay. I forgive you. Sometimes accidents happen. We get a little emotional now and then."
Can Narina roll a perception check? To find an airship landing.
You most certainly can.
Yeah, good. She rolled a 23.
Narina, as you're scanning, you're completely just over everything that's gone on with your party behind you. You can see ships that look slightly different than the ones that you came in on, rather than having the regular propellers like on the back of like the boat and like the different sails and everything. This one off in the distance has a couple balloons attached to it, some different propellers that kind of spin like a helicopter would in a sense, fins on the side that kind of help cut through the air as they're floating up and down from the kingdom of Ceruli. There's also a giant sign that says airship to Ceruli right above that dock as well, so do with that information what you will.
Perfect. Narina's gonna yell back to the other party members. I found our way up.
That'd be the place.
Is there any way that I could get rid of this baby suddenly? I cannot carry this shit to term. Impossible. Impossible. You understanding?
Inez, you hear Magnus's voice? Oh wow, I didn't realize I picked 2 champions. That's crazy.
Magnus?
You're screaming.
Well, I will make sure that this baby has a healthy life until it arrives into this world.
I'm gonna choke you out, I swear. You're causing a real panic right away.
It's not a real baby, don't worry.
And I don't get my period on time, I'm already worried that I'm pregnant. Don't do this to me right now.
Do we hear his voice as well?
No, it would just be Inez. It's a real personal conversation.
Okay, so you just hear her freaking out?
Yes.
Shiny like pauses at the end of the boat ramp and turns on to you got it.
I'm gonna think.
Deal, chat. Deal.
What are you faint for?
Do you maybe, is it because you're a princess and you're tired and you didn't get any sleep last night because you were busy doing the do?
I kind of regret it now.
Why?
Narina, you're the first to make it to this dock where the airship is. Aw. Stowbear, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. How does it feel to be the godparent of this new soon-to-be-born baby?
Hey, who made this deal? This is my baby.
Just keep the deal.
You know what?
Did you just sell out my baby?
No, I kept your baby. What are you talking about? You were trying to sell it out. Anyway.
I tried to get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Mess.
Ines is just gonna like throw herself off the ship.
Doesn't work like that, sweetheart. As you thud to the floor and take 1 point of damage, you feel a warm heat surround your belly, almost as if it's like a flaming protective shield around you. This baby isn't going anywhere.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, not sorry.
Deontay, we're gonna have a serious word after stream.
Narita, as you make it to this captain, the captain kind of looks you up and down and says, "Wow, it's someone from the Kingdom of Oshia. This is different. How can I help you, little lady?"
I need passage to the upper levels.
I don't think you want to go up there right now.
Yeah,
catch up at this point?
Yes.
I'm aware that there might be some strange things happening. That's what we're here to do. How much for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Make that 6.
5.5.
Does that? Are you?
He kind of looks.
Yes. I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on.
Normally I charge about 45 gold, but seeing that we have royalty here, I'm gonna say about 60 for the 5 of you. Well, 5.5 technically.
You're gonna make the price go up, really, dude?
You've got the money, don't you?
Elijah's gonna look to him and go, first off, she's with child. Second, you're gonna treat the champions that way?
Champions or not, business is business. I have a family to feed, and congratulations. Kind of looks between you and Rome. I'm sure whoever the father is going to be a great dad.
Fuck no.
Definitely him.
I would like myself on the ship with the sword sticking through my head and my belly and my legs before I ever decide to go near that dude. Thank you very much. Here's your gold. And Ines just kind of gives him his gold and runs off.
Okay, well, at least she's paying for it.
Lenny's just gonna fist bump the dude if you want.
Shiny like runs after Ines and is like asking a million questions about how can I be the godmother and can I take care of the baby and what do you think you might name it and what do you hope you have a boy or a girl and do you think maybe it's twins?
I'm getting rid of it.
That's silly. You can't do that.
Watch me. I'm gonna find a way. Need a hospice first, though.
As you're all boarding this ship, Rome, you would notice a little child kind of staring up at you. Hi, mister.
Is this the same kid from before?
Uh-huh.
I think I took some gold back from when Elijah took it. I'm gonna throw him a coin. I'm gonna give him like 2 pieces of gold out of like the 20 I have.
I don't know what to do with this, but thank you, sir.
Go buy bread. You'll be fine.
Mister, can you come back home and save us from the big scary monsters?
Like, what monster is that?
There's a lot of big flying monsters up there. kind of like birds, but scary. Red Sage RPG, thank you so much for following. Welcome to the chaos here at Roll for Trauma. They're like birds, but really scary. And Mama said not to go back up there, but I left my bail, and I can't leave Mr. Snuggles up there, so I gotta go back and get my bail. But I know it's dangerous, so we need you to go and stop him, please.
I'll look at the kid and be like, we'll do what we can, but stay down here and we'll take care of it.
Okay, mister. I trust you. And then he hands you back the 2 gold. Go buy bread. You're gonna need it.
Alright.
The captain
Thanks,
is
kid.
yelling, "Last call, all aboard. We're heading towards the kingdom of Ceruli. Last call, all aboard. Heading towards the kingdom of Ceruli."
Narina is going to go immediately below deck in the center of this airship and curl up into a ball.
Ines is gonna run onto that ship, find the nearest information station, just start asking them a bunch of weird questions about hospitals.
Okay.
Elijah's on the ship.
Okay.
You scared me.
That's on the ship.
Shiny is close by me. Fine.
Yeah, bouncing from foot to foot, asking a million questions that are intrusive and rude to literally anyone else.
To literally anyone else. Felt that.
Mm-hmm.
As this is all going on, the ship starts to levitate. The power of the magics of sorry. The power of... What the hell is your deity's name? Why did I forget him that quick? Of Halatus. Rome, you would feel this power, knowing that you're such a devout member of the church itself. You can feel the magics that the deity has bestowed upon them, and the boat starts to have a low hum. As it's doing this, it starts to pick up its pace and start... Oops, let me get my life together. Hold on.
Let me know when you figure that one out.
You're funny. It starts... Fight me. As you guys are floating up towards the kingdom, you can see that the clouds are kind of encompassing the area. For those of you that aren't from Ceruli naturally, you would notice that based on any books and maps that you guys have ever read, you only see it as these floating islands, usually shrouded in clouds. Occasionally, when weather is clear, they boast these beautiful floating islands, greenery growing off the sides of it, based on pictures that you've seen, cascading waterfalls going off the sides of it. And within the midst of it, on one of the center islands, lies the town of, or the kingdom of Ceruli. The cloud cover usually shrouding it in mystery. Most people have to take airships to get there. There are the occasional wizards and mages that have advanced magic that can use teleportation to arrive there, but there is a strong magical barrier around the building itself, or not the building, the kingdom itself. As you guys are getting closer to the edge of that barrier leading into the kingdom, there's an announcement going over the ship. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you're holding on to all personal belongings and children as we make our way through the barrier. This part tends to get a little rough. I need all of you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
I'm so good.
What is the barrier made out of?
It is various forms of magics. Magic.
15.
15. 18. 15. 18.
This is 26, eh?
Yes.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural. Okay. Oh, Narina.
Oh no, Narina, what's up?
Oh,
Marina
no.
got a 6.
Damn.
Oh, no.
It makes a lot of sense for you, actually. Okay. So as you guys are going through this portal, you can feel this energy kind of like washing over you guys, almost as if, what's the best way to describe it? If you've ever gone through like a door and like the air is like blowing down on top of you to keep like the flies and stuff out, those types of doors, the magic kind of like washes over you guys like that. For Narina specifically though, the difference in altitudes from being a sea dweller, being so far below sea level, and being this high up in the sky, going through that barrier kind of knocks the wind out of your lungs initially, and you collapse to the ground of the airship. It's like you're supposed to feel lighter, but because of your innate distaste of heights in general, it's weighing down on you, physically crushing you in this instance.
Yeah, Marina is going to promptly throw up.
So much puking in this game. It happens a lot.
It really does. Once passed through this barrier and the clouds start to break away, I should have been smart and grabbed the picture beforehand, but it's fine. I'm gonna be smart and do it now. Come on, music. We love to hear it. Oh yeah. Sorry, don't mind me. Ooh, okay, there we go. As you guys pass through the barrier, the golden skies that you were floating through with the ship, all of a sudden are a dark, bleak gray. The clouds themselves look like thunder clouds, just dark and heavy, and you can see different shadows of things that are flying through them, around them, and floating above the floating rock isles that make up this land of Atmos is the kingdom of Ceruli. Once open and flourishing, now caged almost. This barrier, Rome, you would note that this is something that wasn't in the kingdom before. You can all feel this energy radiating off of it. You guys are all a bit accustomed now to knowing the difference between like regular magics and this dark magic that's coming from Xeon and Velkalth. And you can tell that there's just a darkness that's surrounding this and creating this physical manifestation of almost like a cage, this kingdom once known for everyone that has this air deity and being boasting about their open skies and beautiful views and things like that are literally being caged up. The captain kind of starts to let everyone know, alright, ladies and gentlemen, as we do approach, please make sure that you have all personal belongings with you. Take all children with you. Do not make any unnecessary noise, actions, or you will be captured by the beasts. Make sure you get into your homes as quickly as possible. We'll be docking momentarily.
Elijah's gonna go up to them and be like, "Hey, tell us more about this beast."
Sorry. Boom. Okay. As he kind of looks at you and realizes, oh, you're one of the champions. He kind of looks at you almost as if, even though knowing that you're one of the champions, that he kind of has like this recollection of like, I feel like I know you from somewhere, kind of like stare he's giving you. I don't know, ever since the chaos that happened at the games, all of a sudden we were plagued with these giant beast creatures. They're very, I don't, the best way to describe it, I guess, is kind of like winged demons of some sort, but not physical in the sense of like normal creatures. They're almost like shadowy beasts. Water check, everybody.
No water out there.
Because oh no.
Damn.
Dang.
Elijah's gonna go, alright, well, you obviously know flight patterns to get up here, so you know the safest route and the furthest route away from them. Point us in the direction.
He kind of like looks around and then slightly pulls you in a little bit closer to keep from everybody else like hearing. There's a couple dark paths that lead over to some of the other islands, a few bridges that we've made for those who aren't able to really fly. I know that anybody that tries to fly in this area now is instantly attacked, so we're all playing it as safe as possible. If you can get down into the center of the main island through a couple different cave systems, you can get into the temple. That's one of the safest places where we're trying to get everybody taken into, but even then that area is being swarmed as well, so it's kind of a stretch regardless.
Alright, tell your people to clear out the temple. We'll take care of it.
You want us to clear them out of the safest place right now that they have?
It's not the safest place. Can't go into details, I just need you to trust me. Listen, even if it's just temporarily, let us get in there and do what we need to do. Or, if you like, listen. He leans in close. I have a large sum of gold. I'll pay you to board as many people as you can from the temple. Stay low. Hover. And you don't have to go far. We can't have you in the building. Keep them below deck. Don't raise to a high altitude. Let us get in and do our thing.
If it ensures the safety of our people, I'll do the best I can with that. For now, then, I guess we'll land briefly, try to get some of the people that are still in the city, and then do what we can for those in the temple. I'll send word to some of our other companions. But do be careful. These beasts are unnatural.
He goes, yeah. You said it. He nods and kind of gives him like one of those shoulder like shakes, and then looks over towards the others and kind of like motions for them to gather around.
As they're walking towards you, he's making an announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making a slight detour. We will dock momentarily, but we will be taking you towards a safer location. Don't panic. We're gonna get everyone safely. We're gonna try and get everyone's families over to the ship as soon as possible. Everyone, please remain calm. Make your way towards the lower ends of the deck. As he's kind of like saying these things, he's kind of fading into the background while people are like moving around and shuffling and doing things.
He goes, all right, listen, not causing a panic or anything. All right, pilot agreed to take us to the temple. the chain of islands is infested. Not sure what it is, but my best guess is whatever's going on at the heart of the temple, it's probably connected. Kill the biggest bad, the others will flee or fall apart in the process. They're going to use the airship to load up everyone that's currently using the temple for safety. We'll get in, do our thing, get out, and then they can continue to seek refuge there or hopefully return to their homes.
I agree. Let's do it.
Sounds like
We
a
need to
good
get that
plan
last
to me.
crystal.
Get
You
started.
cool with that, Rome? It's your people. I don't want to overstep.
Nah, you're right. Let's do what we gotta do.
What do you mean the last crystal? We still have to go to your home.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. He kind of scratches
Kinda
back his
like
head.
copies his motion exactly and like looks away.
Shiny like narrows her eyes at him, but not in the happy way that cats do, in the suspicious way that people do. Anyways, okay. So, do we have to wait to go? Are they ready?
After this docking trip, he's going to take us over. Most of the people will be off, and then we'll be able to do our thing. So this is last stop before the temple.
As you're saying that, excuse me, the ship makes its dock. The propellers are starting to slow down. The balloons are starting to deflate a little bit as it lands into its cradle. For the people to get off, the bridge extends out onto the mainland, and there's a couple of the staff from this airship company itself that are kind of like ushering people in to come to the main building so they can start loading up one of the other boats, taking them off into a safer location. You can see groups of people kind of in like groups of like 4 or 5 being like rushed over across. As you're seeing this happen, you hear a high-pitched screech, and you hear the sound of giant wings beating from above you guys. As you look up, you'd see this shadowy figure. Looks like something of like a distorted bird of some sort. It turns its attention onto Roan specifically. Screeches one more time, and in that process you see the face of death one more time, Rome, and then it dissipates.
Look in the direction and then look toward the direction of the temple.
As you're looking in that direction, you can see a faint yellow light glowing, almost as if it's like a flickering, like a lighthouse, how it's like you see it for a second and then it kind of disappears, and it comes back around, you can see it again and it kind of disappears, and you hear the voice of Halitus. Everything goes quiet for you. Rather than being transported to some dark place, how everyone else has normally been doing it, you're in a very bright white room. And you hear the voice of your deity, Halitus, speaking to you. Sir Rome, you must help us.
What do you have me do?
The corruption is heavy. Not only that, I fear the Queen might be around still.
In what way? Thought she moved on, passed away.
You must help us. Your vision kind of comes back into the area where you're seeing people being kind of like shuffled off of this boat. You see the little boy that was talking to you when you guys first boarded. Mister, can you make sure that you go get Mr. Snuggles for me? I can't feel really safe if I don't have Mr. Snuggles.
Is he on the boat? Where's he at?
He's at my... He He kind of sits there and like thinks about it for a second, scratches his head. Oh, I remember. Me and Mama went to go to the temple to go pray to Howard with his, and I think I left him on one of the benches inside of there. Can you go get Mr. Snuggles for me?
Got you, little man.
Just in case, Mr. Snuggles, he's an owl bear. So he's a little bear, and he has an owl face and feathers, but he's a bear.
Got it. That won't be hard to miss.
Thank you, mister. As a couple people are kind of like pushing him towards the building for everyone to go into. The captain kind of looks over to Elijah's direction, kind of gives him a nod, and we'll be ready for you shortly. Please, if you guys need to grab some rest, restock, do what you can. We'll do what we can to assist you beforehand, but once we go, it's no telling how safe this journey will be, if we'll even make it back.
Understood. Elijah looks over to Inez. I know some roots that are used in some tribes that will cure you of your ailments, if that's what you really want.
It is.
We'll see about it after this whole thing, yeah?
Yeah, deal.
We're still unloading the people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see anyone with a bow and arrows?
I swear to God.
Roll a perception. Jesus Christ, I know how to speak.
Do you?
Barely.
Where is perception? There you go.
You seem to know how to say pregnant pretty well.
17.
As you're scanning the crowd, you see a few men that have a couple bows and quivers full of some arrows with them. You can tell that these would be people that usually use these bows and arrows for performances in the archery range, just during some of the festivals that you guys have, and you see a few of them that have the equipment that you're looking for.
I persuade them and be like, hey, I'm with the church. I need those bows and arrows.
Go ahead. Roll that persuasion. As you're saying this, the guys are kind of like, okay, the church, like, this is my livelihood. What do you want with my bow and arrows, bro?
Oh, 23.
23.
Like, we're going to the temple, and we may need them.
One of the guys kind of looks at him. It's like, don't you know who that is? That's Rome the Relentless. That's the one that we sent down as our champion. Dude, don't be such a ugh about it. He's like, what? I just need... Don't listen to him. Listen, if it can do anything to help you and improve our chances at becoming the winners, because clearly there's a lot of stuff going on here, but I'm still rooting for you. Here, and he gives you a bow and a quiver of about 20 arrows.
I'm gonna thank him and go back to the group.
What are the rest of y'all's doing?
Ness is preparing her swords and daggers.
And he's just hanging out. When she sees Rome come back with more weapons, she makes an interesting face and chooses to keep her mouth shut.
Narina is closely studying the surroundings and the creatures and kind of like flipping through her spellbook, trying to figure out what would be the best thing.
Elijah is meditating.
As About 20-ish or so minutes pass by. Hold on, I'm just waiting for Rome to digitize back into his screen. There you go. Okay. About 20-ish or so minutes pass by, and everybody has been evacuated off of the boat, sent over into a safer location, where the staff is making sure they're taken care of, loading them onto some of the other ships that they have available so that they can heed Elijah's advice and go down to a lower altitude where they're not going to be caught up in the chaos that's going to happen with these flying creatures. They're moving very quietly. You can hear low hums from the boats, almost as if like how a car idles sometimes, and it's slowly descending. Oh, we lost him. And he's back.
I'm back.
You're back. You didn't miss out on anything. As the last airship is departing, the captain turns back and looks over to you guys. Welp, if there's any greater honor that I could have than taking you guys towards the source of this to potentially help us, I can't possibly think of one. Even if this costs me my life, I beg, pleading with you guys, please save our people.
It's not going to cost you your life.
As long as you stay safe and out of the way.
I sure hope so. Alright. Let's go ahead and be on our merry way. As you guys all board this ship, you all hear a voice. Oh, you guys are so cute, bonding together to come up here and save the day. I made these creatures just for you guys. And as you're hearing this voice, Xeon's floating above you guys, surrounded by two of these spectral bird creatures on each side. You guys don't want to play my game?
I mean, we came all the way here to play, didn't we?
Oh boy, I like the sound of that. So here's how it's.
I'm gonna mark him with my electrification mark.
Okay. This man has been
Fuck yeah, boy.
markified.
I shoot an arrow at him.
You can attempt to. Go ahead and roll to see if that would hit.
I rolled a 17.
So that arrow would hit him. As you're shooting this arrow at him, though, he grabs it with one hand. Oh, Rome, 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 Rome.
Should I do a follow-up arrow as he's
Give him an
speaking?
arrow and bow.
I don't think you want to shoot any more of those. Otherwise, you might hurt your little friend. As he says that, you hear sobbing, and one of these spectral beasts pulls the child from behind him, and he's being held, and he's crying tears. Mister, save me! That creature disappears in like a small little black cloud, and it zooms towards the temple. So here's the game we're gonna play, guys. Your job is to get through all of my beasts and save the kid. I'm not that cruel. I won't completely kill him right off the bat. That would be no fun. I wouldn't be able to see how much you guys have grown since you started on this little journey of yours. But I'd hurry because they're taking him over to the temple, And after what I did to Halitus, pretty sure he's pretty hungry right now, and kids are high in protein from what I've heard. As he does this, they both, Xeon and this other spectral beast that he has next to him, disappear in that same black cloud. One of them goes back towards the temple, while the other one kind of just goes up into the sky. Elijah, you'd be able to know that this is Xeon specifically. And then it goes into a different dimension. All of a sudden your mark isn't really working per se. You can kind of have a faint trace of him, but you can tell he's not in the same plane of existence that you guys were all once sharing.
Okay.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to end tonight's episode. Womp 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 womp.
Oh my goodness.
Meanwhile, Xeon is sitting on a throne in the kingdom of Zifa, but not in the same plane of existence. A darker, more twisted version of it. The king's body slumped over in a pile from when he slit his throat, laid on the floor. I got too cocky, and he got me. But that's okay. I've got something in store for that one. I've got something in store for all of them, actually. It's all a matter of time before they play perfectly into my hands. As he sits on this throne, dark tendrils start shooting out in every direction. And that is the end of tonight's episode. How you guys feeling? Good job.
Ooh.
Have fun. Have fun.
That was good.
Inez, you can't answer me. I don't want to know how you're feeling because I know there's a lot of hatred I'm going to get after this call.
Oh yeah, you are. Definitely. Just wait till the stream ends.
Let it be known it wasn't my fault entirely. It was the other party members and the chat. So.
And you had to listen to them?
Listen.
We'll talk about it after.
We'll talk about that after. Going clockwise, starting with Rome. Tell us who you are, who you play, and where they can find you.
I'm Rome the Relentless. My name is Roman. You can find me at Rome Will Rise on Instagram or here Wednesdays at 9 p.m.
I'm Cole. I play Shiny Shekel. You can find me on TikTok at Cholioli, spelled just like my stream name. Or here pretty much anytime we're live on Roll for Trauma.
I am Eddie. I was going to call myself any of the other names you guys know me as, but hello, I'm Eddie here. You know me as Elijah in game. You can find me here on Twitch at mystery_online, or any of the other places that I tend to frequent, including Roll for Trauma.
Hello, I'm Violet. I play Norina Boreas. You can find me on TikTok at Violently Colored and here on Roll for Trauma.
Hi, I'm Hanny. I play Ines, this time with better internet. You can find me either here on Roll for Trauma or on my TikTok, local.hanny1278.
Hi, I'm Deontay. I'm playing the Dungeon Master for this wonderful campaign. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Dapper_Macon2.0. You can find me here on Wednesdays as I put our players through all the fun times in Roll for Trauma, and pretty much any other time that we're here on the channel. With that being said, make sure that you guys go ahead and follow us on all of our socials. Follow us on Instagram, on TikTok. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. That way you guys can go back and watch all these clips and everything. Make sure you join the Discord so that you can make sure that you're kept up to date with everything. Make sure you tune in on Friday for our newest campaign, Collective Co., hosted by our wonderful Narina, aka Violet. Make sure you check out the Etsy. We've got some nice things there as well. With that being said, make good choices, drink water, don't forget to smile. Till next time, say bye, players.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
I'm going to have your head. Mm-hmm.
So,
You heathen ass
hold on,
friend.
hold on. Put the
I'm
ass chicks out there.
going.
Hang on. Penny, do you remember when you started watching Nevaeh and some shit happened and you were
They
pissed
can
at
still
me?
hear us, by the way, in the stream.